as much gold to go in our pockets as possible.
Here we go.
We got 100.
Oh my God.
What a wild ride it's been for Parker Schnabel and his crew this season. It's been a whirlwind of emotions, tough calls, and some seriously mind-blowing moments. Parker took a huge risk when he bought Dominion Creek, a decision that had him second-guessing himself at night. But as the season wraps up, that gamble is paying off big time, way beyond anyone's expectations. The ground turned out to be loaded with gold, way richer than they ever imagined. Their original target of 5,000 ounces, completely crushed. Now, they're on the verge of hitting an incredible 7,000 ounces, and Parker's determined to pocket every single bit of that shiny gold. After 5 intense days of running sluices and Big Red non-stop at both Australia and Dominion Creeks, it's time for the moment everyone's been waiting for. The crew huddles up for the final gold weigh-in. Mitch, one of the team's MVPs, takes a moment to reflect on how grueling this season has been. The whole crew's been pushed to their limits, but they've risen to the challenge. Newbies like Tatiana, Evan, and Jacob, who started with barely any experience, are now operating heavy machinery like total pros. Enough talk. It's time to see the gold. First up is the cleanup from Australia Creek. The team watches the scale eagerly. 20 ounces, 40, 70, 100, and it's still climbing. The final count? A whopping 172 ounces. But hold on, they're not done yet. There's more to come. Here we go, the moment everyone's been waiting for, the Dominion Creek cleanup. The crew watches as gold piles onto the scale. 20 ounces, 40, 100, 120, and it just keeps going. When the numbers finally settle, it's a jaw-dropping 300 ounces for the week. Add it all up, and Parker's total haul for this week alone is a massive 635 ounces, worth over $1.2 million. This is hands down his biggest cleanup of the season, and the crew is buzzing with excitement over numbers they never thought possible. We're talking hundreds of ounces, millions of dollars, and a record-breaking haul that might just go down as one of the greatest in Gold Rush history. But with this huge win comes an even bigger challenge: keeping the momentum alive. In gold mining, if you slow down, the gold stops flowing. So, even after this incredible week, Parker and his crew know they can't ease up. There's more dirt to dig, more gold to weigh, and big decisions to make. With Dominion Creek proving to be a gold mine, there's no time to waste. As Parker wraps up the weigh-in, he rallies the team, reminding them that next week will be just as intense. There's still plenty of ground to cover, tweaks to make, and a ton more gold waiting to be pulled from the earth. It's a relentless cycle. Dig, wash, repeat. But with gold pouring in like this, the only choice is to keep pushing full speed ahead. We're blowing past our target, Parker says, but we've got a lot more dirt to move. Let's get to it. Meanwhile, across the operation, the team is working hard to keep everything running smoothly. Over at Australia Creek, Tyson's mini wash plant, Lucifer, has been chugging along for a full month, spitting out numbers that are seriously impressive. The crew's firing on all cylinders, and the gold rush is far from over. Tyson's Lucifer may be the little guy compared to Parker's bigger wash plants, but it's proving that small can be mighty. For 4 weeks straight, this scrappy machine has been tearing through dirt, averaging an impressive 145 ounces of gold per week. But this week, it's on another level. As the crew gathers to weigh the gold, the numbers shoot up, landing at a stunning 270.05 ounces. That's over $250,000 in gold in just 7 days. More than $500,000 from a single cleanup with a smaller setup. Talk about a massive win. It just goes to show, when the ground's rich, the gold flows, no matter the size of the operation. Now, it's time to see if Parker's newest setup, Roxanne, can keep up with the legend Big Red, the gold-churning beast that's been the backbone of the operation. The crew's working on the Money Pit, some of the richest ground they've ever mined, but Roxanne has big shoes to fill after some tweaks to the setup. Big Red used to crank out over 370 ounces a week, setting the bar sky high. Can Roxanne match that? This is the moment of truth. "Chris, look at that gold," Parker says, pointing to a shiny pile. "There's a big puddle of gold right there. Pretty cool, huh?" The crew's pumped, sensing they're about to see something big. The weigh-in kicks off, and the numbers start climbing. The first batch hits 200 ounces. Then the second batch piles on, pushing the scale to 246.85 ounces. And that's not even counting the fine gold they couldn't fully clean. When it's all tallied up, Roxanne delivers a jaw-dropping 443.8 ounces, a haul worth nearly $120,000 per day. Parker and his crew are absolutely crushing it. This week, they've pulled in a mind-blowing 723.85 ounces of gold. 3 full pans worth a staggering $1.4 million. This isn't just another cleanup. It's the biggest haul of the entire season, the kind of week that gold miners dream about. These are the numbers that can make a season legendary. But in gold mining, you can't take a breather, not even for a second. "We're burning through pay dirt fast," Parker says. "If we keep this up, we might run out before sunrise." It's been a grueling season, but with gold pouring in like this, the crew's got their eyes on a record-breaking finish. The stakes are sky high, and the pressure to keep the momentum going is intense. Parker's big 7,000-ounce goal is finally within reach, but only if they can maintain this insane pace. As Parker checks in with Chris, there's no time for chit-chat. There's gold to weigh and big decisions to make. Over at Australia Creek, Tyson's wrapped up operations, closing a major chapter of this season's gold hunt. Now, the big question: was it worth it? The crew gathers for the final weigh-in from Australia Creek, knowing every ounce matters to stay on track for Parker's massive goal. The gold hits the scale, climbing to 282.30 ounces. That's over $560,000 worth. It's a strong finish for a tough operation. All told, Australia Creek has delivered more than 1,000 ounces this season, a huge win by any measure. But will they return next year? Parker's keeping that card close to his chest for now, not ready to make the call just yet. With the gold flowing and the season heating up, all eyes are on what's next. Australia Creek delivered some serious gold, but it wasn't a walk in the park. The crew worked hard for every ounce, and while they're calling this run a victory, deciding whether to come back next year is no easy choice. There's still plenty of work ahead, but for now, they're savoring the win. Next up, it's time to see what Roxanne has pulled from Dominion Creek, and it's looking like a big one. As the massive gold-filled pan hits the scale, Parker holds his breath. The numbers climb fast, landing at an incredible 382.05 ounces, nearly $760,000 worth of gold. This monster haul pushes Parker's season total to 6,544 ounces. One thing's crystal clear: betting on Dominion Creek was a genius move. The ground is coughing up way more gold than anyone dreamed possible. But time's ticking. With the season winding down, only one wash plant is still running, and the clock's not slowing down. If the crew can keep everything humming, if the ground keeps giving, and if the weather doesn't turn on them, that 7,000-ounce goal is tantalizingly close. For 6 long months, Parker Schnabel and his crew have been grinding in the Yukon, chasing a bold dream that many thought was too risky. They dropped $15 million on Dominion Creek, a massive claim brimming with untapped potential, and put everything on the line to hit 7,000 ounces in a single season. It's been a battle. Equipment failures, wild weather, and the non-stop pressure of running a huge operation tested them at every turn. The crew worked around the clock, moving mountains of dirt at a pace most miners can only imagine, all while tweaking their wash plants to squeeze out every last speck of gold. Now, after half a year of relentless effort, it all comes down to this. The whole team gathers outside, hearts pounding as the final weigh-in looms. The season's grand total? A staggering 7,738.1 ounces. They didn't just hit their goal, they obliterated it, proving that their gamble paid off in glittering golden style. "This is unreal," Parker beams, looking at his crew. "This sets us up so well for the next few years. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all. I hope every single one of you comes back next year. You've all got a spot here." The air is electric as Parker gears up for the final gold weigh-in of the season. The money pit has been spitting out huge numbers, but will it be enough to seal the deal? Everyone's on edge, buzzing with anticipation. Parker's not one for long speeches or theatrics. He just wants the numbers. The scale will tell the real story. Was this season a triumph or not? He takes a deep breath and loads the first jar of gold onto the scale. The numbers shoot up fast, 300 ounces right off the bat. That alone would have pushed him past his 7,000-ounce goal. But there's another full jar to go, and the crew can feel something big coming. Parker stays laser-focused, placing the second jar on the scale. The count continues. 240 ounces, plus another 24.3, and the fine gold. The final tally for the week? A massive 554.35 ounces, worth over $1.1 million. The room explodes with cheers. This is the biggest weekly haul from any wash plant all season. But, as incredible as this week is, it's nothing compared to the season's grand total. With this final weigh-in, Parker's season total hits an astonishing 7,381 ounces. That's $15 million in gold. In just one season, he nearly earned back the $15 million he spent on Dominion Creek. That kind of success is almost unheard of, even for a seasoned pro like Parker. It's a historic win, proving that his bold gamble paid off in a way that'll go down in gold mining legend. This moment feels like a dream. It's not just a win, it's a bold statement. Parker didn't just buy any claim. He picked a gold mine in Dominion Creek. The crew is buzzing with excitement, but Parker pauses to soak it in. This victory wasn't just about the ground. It was about the incredible people around him. The men and women who got up before dawn, worked through brutal conditions, fixed busted equipment in the middle of the night, and never stopped believing they could pull this off. He also takes a quiet moment to remember those who aren't here to share this triumph. With 7,381 ounces of gold, worth nearly $15 million, Parker has done what many thought was impossible. In just one season, he's almost paid off his massive $15 million bet on Dominion Creek. The risks were huge, the pressure was non-stop, and the setbacks were real. But the rewards? They're beyond anything he imagined. The numbers are jaw-dropping, but they only tell half the story. This season was a roller coaster of challenges and hard-earned wins, From tackling new terrain and unpredictable conditions to pushing his crew to their limits, Parker faced some of the toughest decisions of his career. At times, it felt like everything was working against them. But through grit, smart choices, and sheer determination, they turned Dominion Creek into a gold-producing beast. What's truly special about this season isn't just the gold. It's how Parker grew as a miner and a leader. He didn't just dig for riches. He built a foundation for the future. His crew, many starting as rookies, stepped up and proved they belong. Machines were pushed to the max, new strategies were tested, and lessons were learned that will shape their future seasons. Dominion Creek isn't just a claim anymore. It's a powerhouse with endless possibilities. But the work doesn't stop here. Gold mining is a wild ride, and no two seasons are alike. The ground might hold even bigger treasures, or it could throw new curveballs. Equipment will break, weather will get nasty, and tough calls will need to be made. But if this season proved anything, it's that Parker and his team can handle whatever comes their way. Looking ahead, the question isn't if Parker can keep this success going. It's how far he can go. Will Dominion Creek keep pumping out record-breaking hauls? Can he top this season's total and set even bigger milestones? One thing's for sure. Parker Schnabel and his crew are just getting started. And the gold rush is far from over.